Thanks for being with us on this Friday. Boaz is with me. We're so excited. We're saying hello to the weekend, which starts so soon. You brought your sick voice with your
I left half my voice at home and I brought half of it to the station. So what could possibly go wrong? We're gonna have fun.
Absolutely nothing could go wrong, I don't think. Except you were on stage last night, so it's so important for you to have your voice.
Yeah, that's right. So the Pittsburgh CLO is doing Rocky Horror Show.
Yes.
And for 4 of those performances, I'm playing the role of the narrator. Have you seen Rocky Horror before? I
have not. On stage, I have not. I've seen clips from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and
Okay.
I feel bad that I've never watched the movie in its entirety. Like I am not a full adult because I have not.
Yeah, you haven't done the midnight screening, which is certainly a rite of passage. But I mean, basically the premise is Brad and Janet go on a car ride, car breaks down, and they're in a mysterious castle, and crazy things start happening.
It's crazy things.
And the narrator is this character who pops in every once in a while to explain what's going on.
Right, right.
And so it sounded simple enough when they asked me to do it. They're like, listen, Dixie Sherwood is doing it when you're not here, but when you're here, Boaz, we're gonna keep it simple. You're just, you have a book, you read from the book, you walk out, you stand in this area, you go backstage, right?
Right, easy
Simple.
peasy.
Okay. Sounds good. I get familiar with the script. Finally, I go in Wednesday for what they call a put-in rehearsal, not a pudding rehearsal. No pudding to be seen.
Different than pudding rehearsal.
So this is what's happening here, and I think we're gonna take a close-up here. Does this look like a man who's confident about his first performance?
I would say that it's a picture of a man who's maybe a little worried about what's about to happen next.
He's starting to panic.
Yes,
Heather.
there's a little panic there.
As I get there, what happened to simple directions? Oh no, there's nothing simple about it. I'm sorry, I have to get out of my seat just to explain what's going on. So I get there, we have the book, and they're like, so it's just simple. Over here, then, the first part, you gotta go grab these flashlights, move them over here. You gotta move this curtain. Also, do you know there's the dance sequence coming up next? So we just have to start learning this like choreography. We're doing all this. They're like, oh, you know what? I know we talked to you about this part of the dance. Actually, there's another dance number. So just run off stage and then run back on. Actually, in this part, you have to hold a guitar. So we're gonna have to take that book away. So can you just make sure to memorize that part? And they tell me this on Wednesday.
At the pudding rehearsal.
At the pudding rehearsal. And then I'm supposed to go on the next day, which was last night.
And you went on?
I went on, and by some miracle, it worked out okay.
Oh,
so here I am
in
the dressing room. And you have a fancy microphone. We have mics on this show, but this microphone you have to strap to your chest.
Oh, with tape? Did you have to rip it off?
No, you have this like a little elastic thing.
Okay.
And then it goes around your ears, and here's Tom, who they had by me the entire time. So he was like, Boaz, go on now. And sometimes you'd be like counting the things. I'm checking into the cast board. This is where we all have to check in. And there are these 2 stage managers, Catherine and Amy, and I couldn't have done it without them.
Well, we're
they
happy
were
that you
coaching
had
me
your
through
support.
the whole thing.
I think that I would have failed miserably, so I'm really proud of you. Do you feel proud of yourself that you did something so ambitious, so big?
I feel very proud.
You
I
should.
do feel very proud, and the whole cast was so nice. They were like, "You're doing great, like great job. Like if you need anything." And there were a couple times like I messed up a little bit. I don't think it was so visible to the people watching.
Right.
But the cast knew, and they were just sort of able to flow with it, so it worked.
This is fantastic, and this is a good reason to go and see Rocky Horror Show. You can see how many more performances do you have?
I have 3 at the next.
Okay.
3 Saturdays at 6 p.m. You can see me there.
Oh my gosh.
And it's almost sold out. So act fast if you want to see. If you want to see it, when are you going to go see it?
I'm going to come and see you.
Okay.
I need to come and see this.
We can reserve a table for you and Mikey and Kelly.
I'll be there.
Great.
Got to see it. Well, as you know, the Steelers are home this weekend. They're going to be facing off against the Packers in a night game. Got to stay up late again. But they're going to have some special entertainment for halftime. Take a listen.
My friends, I am so excited to be back in Pittsburgh. It's going to be nothing but a good time at halftime. We're going to bring all of our diabetic friends, all of our unbelievable military, active duty, and veterans, as I am a diabetic and the son of a veteran, to join me on stage, and we're going to make this special, sing a live track, and keep it real. It's going to be a party. That's right. Now see you at the plaza.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize he was bringing so many people on with him, but it's going to be really special.
Can you bring your pets and dress them like Brett? Is that not now?
Do you remember when we did that was it last year on PTO?
Well, I
we did that?
every day on the show would be like, don't forget to dress your pet like Brett. It's still seared in my mind.
It just stays with us for all of eternity. I don't even know if he knew that this was happening, if he saw any of the pictures. I think he did.
On my deathbed, I'll be like, dress your pet like Brett.
So Michael said, due to limited time for setup, he's currently working with his band to cut a live track that he can sing along to on Sunday. He last performed, you may remember, back in July at Hollywood Casino.
Sure.
So we'll be excited to have him back in town. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Something else that in my insides, I'm just like wiggling. I cannot wait because Sabrina Carpenter, her second concert is tonight. And I'm taking the girls. I'm going with Kelly and her daughter, Nora.
So fun. Where are you sitting?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Are you in the pit?
No,
Okay,
I can't bring children down there.
Yeah, okay.
They won't be
Bring
able
a
to
step
see
ladder,
anything.
I don't know.
But our producer for PTL, Maria, was there last night. We wanted to bring her in because there was something very special that happened last night. Sabrina Carpenter always does this part in her performance where she arrests somebody. And when she does this last night, Gigi Hadid is in the audience. That's who got arrested last night.
What is she doing here?
Well, that's why we're bringing in Maria. Not that she's been able to solve any great mysteries with this, but...
Wow.
I have a theory, though.
Okay,
Can I just say this is an exclusive? PTL didn't even get Maria.
This is my first talk appearance.
Yeah.
We're so
happy
excited.
to have you. Okay, so tell us about, first of all, the concert was amazing.
Amazing. I was blown away. I mean, this is like her second leg of the tour, and her new album, Man's Best Friend, just came out like a month or so ago.
Which we love.
And so she hasn't like done any tours like since that came out. So like she played all new songs from the album that she like hasn't performed before. So it was really cool to like be able to hear those for the first time.
So then Gigi Hadid is it, and
Yes.
we're like, why? What would bring her?
Well, because
is Bradley Cooper here? What's happening?
Well, everybody
Were they a
knows.
thing?
Yes,
I don't know.
apparently.
Gosh, I'm out of it.
Yes. Well, everybody knows that she like arrests somebody, and so we're like, oh, what like famous like Steeler is it gonna be, or like somebody from Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
and
will
then
Michael
we're like,
Keaton still be
Gigi
here?
Hadid, like what is going on? So my theory is that she has a child with Zayn Malik who lives in Pennsylvania, like over near Philly, and so maybe she was going, you know, to see her
Little
kid
visit.
or something, and then she's like, I'll just pop on over to Pittsburgh.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
So wild. So I have to tell you, I'm talking with Lila last night, and she's like, didn't we learn our lesson from the Savannah Bananas? You always go the first night. The first night's always better. She thinks that like if whoever gets arrested is not going to be.
Oh, maybe it's going to be you.
Yeah.
I don't
Actually,
know.
I heard it was going to be Erica Moke.
Oh,
It could be.
might be.
I don't know. Well, thank you for the update.
you're welcome.
And I will keep you all updated to tell you who gets arrested tonight.
I'm so excited. I was, on Instagram and watching
Bye,
a bunch
Maria.
of other friends who went, and people were having the time of their life.
It's just so fun to dance to, and I think that she's just ushering this new wave of like female empowerment in a fun kind of way.
Well, she puts on such a fun
I
show. It's just so
know.
action-packed.
I know.
I would love to go to that show.
Well, maybe next time.
Okay.
Next time, unless you can score tickets for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that Halloween is just 1 week away from today, and we have big plans here
Yes.
on Talk Pittsburgh. You all voted on our costumes. We're going as Hocus Pocus. We can't wait. But then after Halloween wraps up, the holidays are basically here. We know that there's a big rush. CBS News just reported on holiday travel already, and you think it's early. You
Right.
think, oh my gosh, it's not even Halloween yet. How are we talking about holiday travel? Well, they pulled some data from NerdWallet's annual report on holiday travel, and they also spoke with someone from NerdWallet. It's expected, listen to this, that Americans will spend $311 billion on flights and hotels this year, totaling just over $2,500 a person, which is up nearly $260 from last year, according to the report. And they say the longer you wait to book, the more it's going to go up. They actually said that last week was the best week to book for Thanksgiving travel, and the first week
Last
of
week
November.
was?
Yes.
I booked my Thanksgiving travel like 3 months ago.
So you did not wait at all. Like,
Well,
I
no,
think
I
this is
was
early,
near-
and
to
you're
me-
like, no, you can't wait at all.
Well, Thanksgiving is like the craziest week. I feel like there's always, I don't know, Barry Pintar is going to be at the airport in like 2 weeks being like, it's crazy out here, folks. It's like, do not travel if you don't need to. You know it's going to happen. And so I was months ahead. We're going to Wisconsin to be with Brooke's sister. We got those
Oh,
tickets.
you're going with Brooke's sister, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So the first week of November, if you're planning to travel for Christmas, that's the best week to book your travel then.
I already booked my travel for that Christmas week, too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where are you going then?
We're going to visit friends in Seattle. And I'm just really proud of this. Now I'm just bragging.
Yeah, you really
we had
are.
enough points. I was able to do the whole trip for free. All I had to pay was $24.
Oh my gosh, so you are not factoring into this total.
Yeah, not for that. Thanksgiving we paid. We paid money. It's hard to
Gosh.
get to Wisconsin.
When I hear stuff like this, though, it gives me anxiety, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just stay home.
Yeah.
I don't need any of this.
I'm glad I booked the travel before you told me this. You would have scared me off.
So what would you, I mean, obviously you're a pro at this. When would you suggest that people book their holiday travel?
Now is a great time to start booking for holidays 2026.
This year,
forget it. Forget it. Staycation. Stay home for the holidays.
Well, it's actually a good point, and that brings us to our next topic today, because National Geographic just named Pittsburgh one of the top destinations in the world to visit in 2026. I love that Pittsburgh ranks. I'm so curious to see what other people, because it's like you want the truth from somebody else. Like, tell me what I already know. You kind of want to hear it. But they say that we're an underrated city. They named a bunch of stuff like our riverfronts and restaurants, museums, the 90 neighborhoods to discover. The Oaklander Hotel was also named in there. And again, some great restaurants. And obviously they mentioned the draft. I think that's getting us some extra eyeballs too.
Yeah.
Do you think that we are an underrated city?
Well, I want to preface this by saying I'm skeptical of any list that exists on the internet.
Okay.
Because it's just made to show us advertisements.
You're saying it's clickbait.
It's just sort of clickbait.
This is what you felt this way about the
200 Rolling Stones 250, which is like, oh my gosh.
Because you said every time we had to expand it, you got a new ad.
Yeah,
right?
and I was like, I had to see like 1,000 ads getting through that whole list to choose my favorite song to find Lizzo on there. But I do think they're onto something here. Whenever we're not from here, so we've had a lot of people visit us over the last 6 or 7 years we've lived here. And I think if people are here for 3 or 4 days, you can like pack in an incredibly packed itinerary of like shocking diversity.
Right.
Because you have, obviously there's sports stuff. If they want to do sports things, they can do that.
Right.
But just the cultural, it's like, you want to see one of the best symphonies in the world? Okay, we got you. Do you want to see like an incredible art exhibition? Cool, you have 3 incredible art museums to choose from.
You want to see somebody who's on TV do a stage show? Check
We've
that
got
off
that too, absolutely. And even like go to the Laurel Highlands, like
there's so
falling
much.
Water is like, I think one of the most spectacular things to see in the world, and it's just, an hour away.
Well, so here's what's always fascinating to me about these lists, because they include so much on them. So they didn't rank them. I should say that. Okay. I found out that they did not list them in order of any, like, do this first, and then maybe if you get around to it, go to Pittsburgh. But Maui is on the list. Quebec. Beijing.
Well, so those are 3 cities I always say are so similar to Pittsburgh, so it makes a lot of sense.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, to be on a list with these really cool other cities, you're like, oh, all right.
What are the calculations they're doing that put us in the same group as these other cities?
I don't know, but it's pretty cool, nonetheless.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to brag on ourselves.
To be on the list.
It is, yeah. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, it's a Friday flavor explosion. We have some spice pros here ready to bring the sizzle for Jamaican Jerk Day.
And we told you earlier this week about the event made especially for lovers of caffeine and cocoa. Well, it's happening this weekend, and soap opera royalty is making an appearance.
Yes!
Actress Rena Sofer is here. We're chatting about her involvement in this sweet celebration. That's next.
Goes to Rena Sofer, General Hospital.
Her career has spanned more than 40 years, and her humble beginnings start right here in Western PA. For a while during her childhood, Emmy Award winner Rena Sofer lived over at Ambridge, and she's back home for a very sweet reason.
Rena will be making a special guest appearance this weekend at the Pittsburgh Coffee and Chocolate Festival. But first, she is joining us right here in the Talk studio along with Margot Myers of Everest Events Group. Thank you so much for being here.
We're making you blush right
I was not expecting the flashback of 30 years ago. Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
We had to bring it back.
Yes, it was, yeah.
So this is kind of a homecoming for you. This is really wonderful too, because people are going to be able to meet you. This is a very open event.
It is. I'm really excited and slightly nervous because I grew up here. So I'm expecting a lot of people walking into the Chocolate and Coffee Festival going, we went to school together. and I'm going to have to go, oh my God, where, when? Yeah, I grew up here.
Feeling.
Yeah, and I know, Margot, the Coffee and Chocolate Festival is now in its 4th year, and so what do you got planned for this year?
So this year is great. We've actually had a sponsor just jump on this week with us. Calfo Home Services has joined as our presenting sponsor, but our star is Rena is going to be there with us doing autographs. We have a photo booth that she has graciously will sign the 4x6 print that comes out, and people get to sample all sorts of coffee and chocolate, and we have candles and popcorn and some jewelry. There's so much stuff there, and 90% of it is all coffee and chocolate themed.
Yeah.
Well, we got to sample some of that wonderful stuff earlier this week. The vendors are amazing.
They
They've
are
really
amazing.
curated a great list, and people will be able to experience all of this just with the simple ticket.
Yes, so it's the ticket gets you in. There's no additional cost to meet Rena. That she is part of the whole package. So we're thrilled with that. We have 3 sessions. There's Saturday morning from 11 to 2:30 for VIP, 12 to 2:30 for the general admission. And we've got a second session on Saturday that starts at 3:30 and 4:30, and then Sunday morning. So Sunday morning is 11:30 and 12 again. So
Wonderful.
And this isn't your first coffee and chocolate festival.
No, I just did one up in Rochester, and we had such a great time, and it was so nice to meet all of the fans. And, you know, it's one of those great things where you get to actually face-to-face talk to people who have watched the show. General Hospital's been on over 60 years, and, you know, it's generational. It's changed people's lives. You're part of their family. They grew up with you.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Well, I wonder also because you make so much television when you're working on soap opera.
Yes.
That there must be things that people come up to you that they remember that you don't even remember anymore.
Yes,
Because there must be a favorite storyline that happened like 20-some years ago, and it's like, you've done, I don't know how many thousand pages of scripts and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's always funny when people go, oh my God, this person needs to come back, and I go, that was in between the 30 years ago I was on and the 30 years later that I came back, and I have no idea who you're talking about, you know. And I mean, yeah, but it's like life, you know. You get to watch all these people come and go, and because you watch them every single day for an hour, it's like family. And so it's important for me to treat the people who come and see us, especially at the Chocolate and Coffee Festival, as family.
Well, we thought this might be kind of fun to do. So we want to know about your favorite cup of coffee. So your favorite. So we have a list, and here you go. I don't know if you can tell, like, is there a coloring that you would go with specifically?
12.
You're in for 12.
Yeah, I'm in for 12 because I like it to be not too light, but I like it to be light. I don't drink black coffee. It's too bitter for me.
I'm going 9, I think. Margot, what about you?
I would be 11.
You're an 11.
Yeah,
Oh.
there are days that I might go with the 9, but I'm definitely more the 11.
And Boaz?
I'm going with 12. I think if it's good enough for Rena, it's good enough for me.
Yes!
There you go.
I win.
I will say we had, was it Hilltop Coffee on earlier this week? Beautiful coffee, and we just drank it black. It was so good, and you're going to be able to sample some really, really wonderful stuff. But I could have just
You can sample everything, by the way. You can go there hungry and leave buzzed out of your mind.
I was wondering, like, if people want to see you less jittery, should they come earlier? And if they want to see you more,
See me before you hit the chocolate, the coffee part, and then you can just go to the. Yeah, definitely.
We're so lucky to have you here joining us today. Thank you so much for bringing this event back again.
Oh, absolutely, and we're thrilled to be here, and thank you, and of course, thanks to Rena for making it happen with us. So
yeah,
it's going to be great.
I hope you guys come and see us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Chocolates, sign me up. You can find Rena and all of the sweets and brews your heart can handle at the Coffee and Chocolate Festival. It's happening tomorrow and Sunday at the Monroeville Convention Center. We're going to have more information. You heard some of those hours. That'll be on our website, so just head there.
And coming up on Talk Pittsburgh, from the bear to the boss, Jeremy Allen White is stepping into the boots of a rock legend in a new film that's all heart and a hometown grit. That's a part of Soft Pants Friday, coming up next.
It's Soft Pants Friday. You know the drill. No heels, no hard pants, just a blanket, a snack, and a binge list that doesn't disappoint. Let's see what's new this weekend, because the couch is calling and the remote is ready. Let's kick things off on the big screen with a rock legend who turned heartbreak into history. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, hits theaters today, following Bruce Springsteen at a crossroads, caught between fame, fear, and the haunting stories that became his album, Nebraska. Jeremy Allen White and Jeremy Strong bring serious emotion to this one. It's gritty, soulful, and everything you'd expect from the boss's backstory.
And once he's done that, he's going to repair the entire world.
Trying to find some real in all the noise.
It to.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere opens in theaters today. Grab your tissues, your denim jacket, and maybe a Jersey accent for good measure. I already got the nails. From rock and roll to Red Alert, Idris Elba's back, and this time he's saving the world. A House of Dynamite just dropped on Netflix. When an unidentified missile is launched at the U.S., the race is on to figure out who did it and how to stop it. It's directed by Catherine Bigelow. You know, The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, so you could expect intensity, explosions, and Idris Elba being, well, Idris Elba. Check it out.
In our obscurity, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The earth is where we make our stand. It underscores our responsibility to preserve and cherish the only home we've ever known.
House of Dynamite is streaming now on Netflix. It's action, adrenaline, and just enough heart to keep you glued. That one's on my list. All right, time to switch gears to something a little more emotional because Colleen Hoover fans, your moment has arrived. You've been so patient. Regretting You brings Hoover's best-selling novel to life, starring Allison Williams and McKenna Grace as a mother-daughter duo rebuilding their lives after tragedy. It's got grief, first love, betrayal, and their signature Hoover heartbreak that leaves you questioning everything.
I just want to leave.
It's been a long year.
Then let's leave.
And we couldn't that the sun was collapsing.
It feels like there's this wall between her and me.
You remember that age? Everything felt so complicated.
Claire Grant!
That can't be good.
Get in the car! 1 second.
I just don't want to forget them. My mom's trying to make it like my dad never even existed.
Tell her the truth.
It would absolutely destroy her.
Regretting You opens in theaters this weekend. Grab popcorn and tissues because you're definitely gonna need both. And finally, back to the small screen because everyone's favorite unlikely couple is back. Season 2 of Nobody Wants This is here. Kristen Bell's agnostic podcaster and Adam Brody's rabbi are figuring out love, faith, and family after that wild cliffhanger last season. Plus, really fun twists. Adam Brody's real-life wife, Leighton Meester, joins the cast as a mommy influencer who happens to be Joan's middle school nemesis. In other words, it's must-see TV.
I love how shiny this bread is.
Holla! Whatever you do, do not look over at her. What? It's your fault. You knew if you said it, I would do it.
Part of being in a relationship is dealing with these issues, and we will.
I feel like we've been saying that a lot lately.
And that's the point of faith. It doesn't exist in the plans we make. It exists in the unknown.
Nobody Wants This is streaming now on Netflix. And trust me, you do not want to miss that one. Season 1 was so good. So whether you're in the mood for rock star drama, global tension, tear-jerking family feels, or a rom-com with spiritual conflict, this weekend's got you covered. Pull on those soft pants, pour something cozy, and settle in because staying in never looks so good. Enjoy.
Thanks, Kelly. Well, if reality TV is more your speed, you can get your fill of drama in the newest season of Caught in the Act Unfaithful. Heather and Mikey are talking to the show's host, who you might recognize. That's coming up next.
From breaking ground on The Real World to commanding the screen on Basketball Wives, Tammy Roman has been real since day one. Now she's making her return to MTV, hosting a hit series that's making waves.
It's called Caught in the Act, Unfaithful. And from the title alone, you can tell it's going to be a wild ride. We are so happy to have Tammy joining us now to tell us more about it. I think wild ride might be an understatement, considering some of the things this entails. You've had a lot of preparation in getting ready with all of your TV experience to do this role.
Yes, I think the art of hosting is a special art. Kudos to y'all who do it as well. But outside of that, it's the life experience. I think that I've had my share of ups and downs in previous relationships that afforded me a certain level of wisdom, if you will, to be able to help these people navigate the situations they're going through currently.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's talk about this season. So, because this season in particular, it dives into long-term marriages, polyamory, and even throuples. What surprised you most about these episodes?
I think what surprised me most is who people choose to leave with. They come in talking about one relationship, and then when they find out the truth, when they do the confrontation, sometimes it's not the decision that I think they're going to make.
Yeah.
And I think will be surprised as well.
I can't imagine. And throuples was a new thing for, like, I had never heard of that, but it just doesn't seem like it would ever end well, you know? Like, it seems like it's always going to be a little messy.
It's undoubtedly always messy.
Seems that way.
To be one. It's hard enough for two people trying to become one. But yeah, throuple is the new thing. Polyamory is alive and well. It's just not something I would engage in, but these people needed help navigating that process.
Well, Tammy, talk about navigating some of that yourself, because you mentioned, as being the host of the show, you are dealing with high emotion. So how are you navigating all of that? I mean, you almost have to step in and be a therapist, kind of.
Well, it depends on the person that I'm sitting across from. You know, I am a certified life coach, and so I evaluate them and what they can actually handle. And sometimes that's a little more empathy and me holding their hand through the process. And other times I feel a person can handle the tough love aspect of me, and I give them just that. But at the end of it, I want everyone to feel empowered and encouraged and have the ability to go forward and make proper decisions for their life going forward.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the tough love aspect of you, because that's what I think about when I think of you, but I also think that you are that person that gives such good advice. What situation did you find yourself in this show that maybe surprised you the most or was the most challenging for you?
For me, it was the throuple aspect of it all. And then there was another one where a young lady, she relied heavily on tarot cards, and she went to them every day to ask every single thing about decision making for her life. And I said, well, how did you end up with me, honey? Because you know, either you're gonna listen to the cards or you're gonna listen to Mama Tammy. And I'm glad that she came to me, because I was able to help her understand tarot cards aren't it, Mama. You got to look at your life, really evaluate it, see what's really happening, and then address those things with discernment, faith, and courage.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a really interesting season. We're so happy that you could join us.
I'm happy to have been here.
Well, new episodes of Caught in the Act Unfaithful premiere Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on MTV. You can catch up on past seasons on MTV On Demand. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, a flashlight, some glow sticks, and a little reflective tape could help your little trick-or-treater stay safe. We're sharing some tips to help your child stand out in the dark this Halloween. And Boaz is getting out the soapbox. He's sharing his beef of the week. That's next. Sometimes you just need to complain, get those things off your chest that have been weighing you down, and sometimes you need to do that on television in front of thousands of people.
Sometimes you do, yeah.
At least we hope there are thousands of people watching.
Well, for some reason, our producers have allowed me to do my beef of the week, and I have 4 things I'd like to complain about today.
I actually really love this. There is nothing I love more than a good, funny complaint. So please, not that I'm saying that your complaints aren't valid.
Yeah.
They do make me laugh.
It can be both funny and valid. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the box over here. So number 1, let's talk about rideshare apps. So here's how it goes. It's 3 p.m. Let's say I open up Lyft. I say like, oh, I'd like to get picked up and go downtown. They're like, great, it's 3 o'clock. We'll send someone at 3:05. You'll be there by 3:15. Fantastic. Then you actually press order. Then it's like, great, your car's gonna be here in 10 minutes. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Then they're like, yeah, and you'll arrive downtown at 3:30. I'm like, no.
That's not what you told me.
I just agreed to a very different deal. They do this all the time. I would say, generally, you get there about 10 to 15 minutes later. They're like, the car will be there in 5 minutes. Even if they do say you got a car in 5 minutes, it's not going to be there for another 8 minutes.
How about when they cancel on you?
Oh my gosh. Well, don't get me started on that. But just the basic ways the app works, it doesn't work, which is frustrating. All right, number 2, let's talk about toddler toys. All right, there's a lot of buzzwords you hear. Montessori inspired. It's an open-ended plaything. And then they send you things like this over here. Okay, Aviv's playing with this stuff, he's playing with this stuff, and you look over there and you realize it looks like they're training these children to work in factories. What is this? Is this supposed to sort pharmaceuticals? Is this so Aviv can learn how to get rid of spent nuclear rods? What's going on here? You know what else he can play with? You can play with sticks. He can play with acorns, he can play with leaves. He loves doing that. He can do spatial reasoning and gross motor skills outside. He picks a stick out of the ground, he picks up a rock, he hits them together, he sees what sticks fit with other sticks, he builds a fake nest. Like, why do we need this stuff? And you don't want to even know how much this stuff costs. Someone handed this down, but it is absurd. All right, number 3. Drivers on the phone. And I'm not even a driver, but I'm always on my bike. I'll be going up to a red light. It's green. I start going. I look at the car next to me.
Oh,
they don't even know. They don't even know for like a minute. They're just staring at their phone until the car behind them is honking. By that time, I'm 2 blocks ahead. And it's scary because some of those people are going to take a turn and they might crash right into you if they don't pay attention.
We should mention that just this year, I believe in June, they did pass a law, no more handheld devices in the car.
Oh, yeah. And since that happened, you know, everybody put them away.
Well, right.
No one cares.
It's going to take a lot of people getting tickets for it to eventually stop, but I hope that it has slowed given that. But
I feel like this voice is giving me a George Costanza. Like,
please keep going. Imports, exports.
Okay, lastly, this one's in my pocket. These plastic coffee stirrers. We have them here in the newsroom. Let me tell you, first of all, you got to get it out of there.
Which is hard.
You got to get that thing open. And then you just have these tiny bits of plastic, which are never going to end up in a landfill. They'll just be blowing in the air, in the wind forever. Like this is going to hit someone in the face in 300 years. Then you put this in your coffee, like 30 seconds of stirring. This is a limp noodle. This does nothing. And then maybe it's in my head. You drink the coffee, it's like, does this taste a little bit like melted plastic?
It might.
Maybe that's imaginary. I don't know, but that's my beef of the week. Thank you very much.
How do you feel outside of maybe no longer having any voice left?
I feel like I need another sip of tea, but I feel relieved.
Please have a sip of your tea. I do need you to prepare your voice because you do have another show. Saturday? Is it this Saturday?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Okay, so please take a sip of your tea. I appreciate very much, though, your rants. I agree with almost everything you mentioned, and I know how expensive those toys are. I think a lot of parents know how expensive those toys are.
Yeah.
They also are so short-lived because they're developing so rapidly that they're going to move on to the next thing.
Right, a
so
2.5-year-old is bored with this.
Yes, they will get bored. Send them outside.
Yeah.
As Boaz mentioned. Coming up next on Talk Pittsburgh, it's time to set the kitchen ablaze with a little Jamaican-inspired magic, sure to leave a bold impression. Learn how to make the dish the authentic way next.
Get ready to stamp your flavor passport as we transport our taste buds to the islands.
It is Jamaican Jerk Day, and Cameron Thomas of Caribbean Vibes Catering and Food Truck serving up some soul food for us today. We are so excited for this.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
The smell, oh my gosh.
As soon as you walked in the kitchen, it smells amazing.
A lot of aroma.
So tell us a little bit more about your business, where you guys are located and what you do.
Okay, so we're at Caribbean Vibes. We've been we've been catering since 2017. We got the food truck in 2019, and we cycle around. Yesterday we were at Children's Hospital. Today we'll be in Wilkinsburg Beverage.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome.
And tell us about the dish that you're preparing right now. What is smelling amazing right now?
Okay, so this is jerk chicken. Normally we do quarters on the food truck. It's a little easier for the seasoning to penetrate when we have boneless, skinless thighs. That's what we have here. And we have our own marinade that we have Scotch bonnet. There's thyme, there's onions, scallion, peppers, Scotch bonnet, of course, and that's what's probably catching you in your throat.
I was going to ask, so what is Scotch bonnet?
Scotch bonnet is like the pepper that is grown in Jamaica that people always, in Jamaican dishes, you feel that spice. That's what the Scotch bonnet is.
So as we walked in and we were smelling and I got a little close to the chicken, my throat caught. And
That's
you're
right.
Like, that's what
That's
it'll
a
do.
Scotch bonnet.
Yeah. Are you used to it because you're back there cooking it all the time?
Absolutely. My husband's from Jamaica, so I enjoyed the food always. So this is always what he cooks with, Scotch bonnet. I'm used to it. I don't cough as much.
You don't cough as much.
And there's sort of this signature spice mixture, and maybe some of it's a secret, but can you tell us a little bit how you create that?
Yeah, so in the kitchen, well, the color actually comes from browning. You can also use molasses, but we have the onions in it. We have the scallion, the thyme, the peppers, and once we put that together, we also have lime juice in it as well.
Wonderful.
And it sticks really good to the chicken.
And I'm curious what's over here. Is this something that just goes on top, or how does it?
Yep, so this is the marinade, and that is the jerk sauce. We actually use the marinade in the jerk sauce.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I really want to try something. I don't know what we have to do. If this is ready down here,
This is our final product over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn this over.
Look at that beautiful flavor.
Thank you.
See it developing on top.
Of course. I can show you how. I can show you how I massage it in the chicken, or if you want. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we'll just take 1 spoonful of the jerk.
Speaking of this, I could use a massage right now, too.
Oh, you're perfect. He's just coming off a stage. He's really struggling. Lost his voice.
Well, the spices will surely wake you up. So
just breathe in some of that Scotch bonnet. It's going to wake up your throat.
Clear me out.
That's right. So you want to massage that in there thoroughly, allow it to penetrate.
How long do you marinate it for?
Overnight.
You have to do it overnight.
I would. That's for the best flavor.
Well, and I noticed it's almost like a pasty kind of.
That's right.
Okay.
You're correct. So would you like me to do a couple more?
I would love to try some of it.
All right, let's move on. I'll go ahead and wash my hands.
Okay.
And then
I should get a little plate here.
Yeah.
And what do you serve with this?
We serve it with rice and peas and cabbage.
Oh, wonderful. And what do you do with the cabbage to make it special?
It's a stir fry. So we have the cabbage, we have multicolored peppers, we'll have onions, bok choy, carrot.
You also mentioned something else because Boaz is a vegetarian, but you said one of the things that you do is you do mushrooms.
Jerk mushrooms on the food truck. Yes.
So there's something for everybody.
There's something for
I'm
everybody.
to try those mushrooms.
Exactly. I'm going to go ahead and put some sauce on it for you.
You put it right on top of the plate.
I put it right on top.
And so is this what your husband sort of ate growing up? Did he learn this from his family?
Absolutely. His mother, his grandmother, everybody enjoys jerk chicken. Anytime you hear people talking about Jamaica, jerk chicken.
This is it.
Is this what he made for you on your first date?
We actually did. We had white rice instead of rice and peas. We had jerk chicken and we had cabbage. This is all true.
Oh wow, I love that. And then you're like, I got to learn how to make this too.
I have to.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like that?
Do I like
Are you getting the Scotch bonnet, Heather?
I am.
Is there a non-spicy version, or is it always spicy?
So you can do it mild. You don't have to have as much Scotch bonnet in it, but there is mild and there is hot and spicy. But hot and spicy is what everyone looks for.
I know this is what people primarily order when they come to the food
course.
truck. But is there, what else do you serve on it?
We have curry goat. We have oxtail, pepper steak, curry shrimp. We do curry chickpeas. And we also do jerk mushrooms and red snapper. Everyone loves red snapper.
This is out of this world.
So
thank you. I
over a busy
appreciate it.
weekend, like how many pieces of chicken are you cooking?
At least 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you. I appreciate
If
it.
you'd like to learn more about the Caribbean Vibes food truck, we'll have more information for you on our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.
Just waiting to take my next bite. I'm so excited. You're looking for something a little sweet. Trick or treat is just around the corner. We are diving into safety tips with the experts. That's next on Talk Pittsburgh.
Before your little ghosts and superheroes head out for trick-or-treating, a few simple safety tweaks can make a big difference.
From costume choices to walking tips, Jim Garrity from AAA and Yasmin Manisha from PennDOT are here to show us how to keep your kids visible and protected on Halloween night without sacrificing the fun. Because we know they are so excited to get out there, and sometimes that can lead to some mistakes and some dangerous things can happen.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there are estimates that the dangers for kids who are out walking being in a pedestrian accident can be more than twice as high.
Yeah.
So that's why as parents, when we're out trick-or-treating with our kids, it's up to us to kind of be their eyes and ears. Think about it, they're so excited to get to the next house, right? So we need to be looking out for them. And over the next couple days, as parents, when you're getting your costume, thinking to yourselves, is this a safe costume? And if not, what kind of changes can we make so that it is a safe costume?
Yeah, so do you have some safe walking tips for trick-or-treaters?
Well, when you're out walking, big thing for parents, heads out of your phone, fully paying attention, no distraction.
Right.
Because especially when it's dark and you could be in a neighborhood potentially where there's not great lighting, you need to be paying attention for where the cars are coming from. If there's no sidewalk, you want to be walking against the traffic.
Yeah.
And try be with them when they need to. If they're going up to a house that's maybe not as well lit, maybe it's good to walk with them.
It's a good reminder that everybody, both pedestrians, trick-or-treaters, need to be on their A game, but also drivers too. And can you talk a little bit about that, Manisha?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be a lot of pedestrians on the road, and they're little pedestrians, and it's dark outside. So we need to make sure drivers are staying alert. Again, have your head out of your phone.
Yeah.
Slow down near intersections. And most importantly, if you're celebrating yourself, do not get behind the wheel impaired.
Absolutely. We know, because a lot of people are going to parties.
Yeah.
They're going to parties, right.
Yeah, and if you're hosting those parties, it's also a good idea to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for your party goers so that they're not getting behind the wheel.
So go ahead.
Well,
Ross.
so what do we have over here? Are these French fries a good idea or a bad idea? So this is a fashion faux pas.
That's actually a great example of a good idea of a costume that is fun, but it's also easy for you to see where you're going. It doesn't take up a lot of space.
Very visible.
Very visible.
But something like this.
Now the masks are tricky because while this may be it may grab someone's attention, it's pretty spooky. It also can obstruct your kids' view, their line of vision, and then they may unwittingly walk in front of a car.
Well, you brought us some great examples of what to do and how we can maybe enhance it. We have a safety fashion show. So we're going to bring out our first model. Tell us who this is, Jim.
So first,
sorry,
I apologize.
No, you go first.
First, we have Sadella. Sadella, can you come out?
Yes!
Hey!
So now when I see this, I see the beautiful bright pink. It's iridescent. It might catch the light a little bit easier, but you've also added some things like the glow stick around the neck.
Exactly. Sadella has a wonderful costume, like you said, very visible, but it doesn't hurt to have a glow-in-the-dark necklace, even a bright bag. And of course, Sadella has her lightsaber, because why not? Mermaids can slay dragons too.
Right, that's right, I love it. Beautiful.
Thank you, Sadella.
And who's up next?
So up next is Penny, and Penny's coming out in a stroller that has a couple things. So first of all, Penny's Abby Cadabby. You notice that the costume came with its own wand, but we added another one that glows, grabs some more attention. And for parents who are walking around with strollers, we added some reflective tape. This is a very simple way to make something safer. You add a little bit of reflective tape to anything, costumes, strollers. You get that at the hardware store. And that's a nice, easy way to grab the attention potentially of a driver.
This is really great.
Look at that, she's mugging for the camera.
Yeah.
And it comes in this big roll too. It's not like you're just getting a couple of perfect thing to add.
You get a lot. It's inexpensive and it can really make a lot of.
And last but certainly not least, look at this little cutie.
We needed a rebel to show us what a dark costume would look like, so we brought my daughter Blue out.
Blue.
And she is the cat in the hat, and her favorite accessory is her father. But so this is a great example of a dark costume, and there's things you can do. Obviously, she's small, so her dad is going to be her visibility for her.
Right, but eyes and ears like you mentioned,
absolutely.
Jim.
But we gave her a bright bucket here for trick-or-treating, and then you can also always add a light-up accessory, even if you're the adult holding it.
Just to make it more visible.
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff.
Safety's the name of the game, right?
Really great stuff. Thank you for the fashion show and all the wonderful tips. We're going to link you up to these tips and more at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and we will be right back. Thanks for being with us today. Coming up Monday on Talk Pittsburgh, parents, those classroom holiday parties are right around the corner, but don't stress over snacks and crafts just yet. We're getting clever tips from a local teacher to help you save money, cut down on prep time, and still send your kid to school with the Party Perfect contribution. You're not quite there yet, but let me just tell you, these parties sneak up on you fast, and then you're like, I don't know what to do.
Making me nervous, Heather.
Yeah.
Well, from international food to more coffee shops than you can count, I'm heading around the block to the historic Pittsburgh neighborhood that I call home. Can you guess where we'll be?
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Can people at home guess? Thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We're also streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts right now.